The Navy discovered a plane inside the ocean without knowing what was inside. After getting a radar signal from a passing cruise ship, a Navy crew with a crane ship was dispatched to lift it. The task was challenging, but when they finally pulled the massive, rusted plane to the surface, it surprised everyone. The aircraft looked like it had been there for decades, and the crew noticed it had no windows and was covered in rust. Curious to find out more, two crew members, Rick and Mark, were chosen to enter the plane. As they explored, they discovered rows of passenger seats, each numbered, suggesting it was an old passenger plane. Their search led them to the cockpit, where they found a small sealed metal box containing a tape recorder. Unexpectedly, the recorder was still working, and when they played it, they were shocked. A recording revealed that the plane had made an emergency landing in 1971. The pilot's voice described how he and 52 passengers survived the crash and used life rafts to reach a nearby island. His final words included coordinates, urging anyone who heard them to search for the passengers. The Navy followed these coordinates and soon reached a deserted island in the Pacific Ocean. Splitting into small teams, the crew began their search for signs of life. At first, the island appeared abandoned, but they soon discovered subtle clues that told a different story. A long extinguished fire pit, pieces of worn cloth tied to tree branches, and shelters made from driftwood. It became clear someone had lived on the island for some time. Venturing further into the jungle, the Navy team encountered a group of islanders. These people, ranging from young children to older adults, appeared wary but strong and healthy. They led the crew to a hidden village, built in complete isolation. At the village's center, an elderly man stood waiting, the pilot from the recording, now 89 years old. With a welcoming smile, he shared how he and his fellow passengers had managed to survive for decades. Many of the original survivors had passed away over the years, but their children and grandchildren had adapted to life on the island, forming a close-knit community. The Navy was deeply moved by their story and offered to take the islanders back to civilization. While the younger members were excited at the chance to see the outside world, the older generation, including the pilot, felt bittersweet about leaving. This island was all they had known, and the decision to leave their home was not easy. After much thought, they agreed, feeling it was time to reconnect with the world they had long left behind. Upon returning to civilization, the islanders were given a place to settle together, which allowed them to maintain the close community they had formed over the years. Their shared experience created a powerful bond that helped them adjust to their new surroundings. The pilot, who had led them through so much, passed away peacefully a year later, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and unity.